This morning's mini meditation is looking at ways of helping us to make peace with our fears. Welcome, this is Sananda. Begin with your heart center. Take a few moments to shift your attention from the outer world to your heart center, the center of the love that you are, or its first place of expression in your life. Give your heart center permission to relax. And be aware that even if you are not conscious of them at the moment, you experience, in all probability, some fears. Some fears might be considered not really fears at all, but simply your body's sensible precautions, its natural desire to keep itself and you safe. Other fears you may be aware of as, from your point of view, irrational, but still present. And then there may be a third group of fears, somewhere between those two, where at least a part of you feels that perhaps the fear is rational, that it would be foolish to abandon it, whilst another part longs to be free of it. Come to your heart center again. Breathe into your heart center as you breathe physically into your lungs. And know that you are a wise being. Even if you haven't always felt that this is so. There is a deep wisdom that is you. Part of your purpose in this lifetime is to know and live that wisdom more fully. Let yourself be that loving and wise self now. And imagine all of your fears, whatever group those fears might come under, as having their own distinct existence. So that it might be that the wise and loving you is like a wise and loving parent to them all, this family, however large or small it turns out to be. And that as this wise and loving parent, it is not your job to banish fears, to get rid of them or forbid them. But to bring a love that reassures, that expresses a belief in that part of your being that feels or lives the fear. This belief in the part of you that feels the fear straight away gives that part some courage. When it feels believed in, any part of you feels more able to reassess the fear it holds and to see whether it believes in the fear. Add to that reassurance of your belief unconditional love. Neither judge yourself or any fear that you find within yourself. You may seem to yourself to be one being, but really in many respects, your human self is an amalgamation, a confederation of multiple experiences and attitudes discovered and learnt, inherited. You, the wise and loving parent, help all parts to grow to maturity. Think now of a small fear and imagine yourself going to the part that feels that fear. And being with it as you might be with a frightened child. Listen to what the fear is. Let this part tell you. Just as a child may not always be able to express her fears in words, so it may be the part you are listening to does not have words to describe the fear, but it can show you. When this fear sees that it is heard, without you yourself, the wise listener, becoming fearful, it gains fresh reassurance. It might be a little as if you are holding its hand, and your confidence, your love, your wisdom communicates through that held hand. The frightened part has shared with you its fear. Now share with it your love. That is to say, be aware of the love that you are. And the immensity of the love that you are, for the love that you are is part of a universal love. Allow the frightened part to see that the love you show is larger than any fear. Now imagine, as this wise, loving parent, you hold out your hands and say to the frightened part, "Give me your fear, and I will hold it up to the light." And let that child part see the fear dissolve, not to vanish entirely, but to change into something beautiful, a gift, a joy, a wonder, a new possibility. And thank the part that was frightened for its willingness to let go of the fear, to let the fear evolve into that which is joyful and uplifting. And let this child part know that it does not need to find a fear in order to attract your attention. Let yourself know that whatever joy this part of you has discovered is your joy too. That you share that joy, and the joy brings you together. Now stand back a little. Sense all of the fears that are yours, many of you, and let yourself know that you love those parts that feel the fear, that your love is unconditional, and that you do your best to bring love, wisdom and healing to every inner voice that speaks of fear. And then with your love and our love, come again to the outer world